everybody? It's your boy Sean King here, back with another live play from King Jordan PCR. He's up to bat today. Remember, King Jordan himself is 100 for 100 on all cap plays today. Unbelievable job, Chip. You got to understand that this man right here is about that bread. Coming up to bat, King Jordan PCR.
I'm still buying, another 100 cap playing, I ain't lying, I'm still buying, I just spent another 50 on the play and I wasn't even trying, I'm still buying, another 100 cap playing, I ain't lying, I'm still buying, I just spent another 50 on the play and I wasn't even trying, call me around 1 o'clock. Don't mean to sound sneaky, but I make most of my money when it's after dark. Tell me about what you got. You need to be professional, not questionable. I'm paying cash right on the spot. Now meet me at the drop, I mean the other spot. I met so many people here, started looking hot. I made a whole new wave, I need to buy a yacht. They call my phone and say they put my number at the top. And when I'm at the top, I ain't gonna never stop. I'm gonna run the market up until that bubble pops. They say the market too inflated, tell me what you got. More than 400, catch them up, then maybe we can talk. I'm still buying, another 100 cap playing, I ain't lying, I'm still buying, I just spent another 50 on the play and I wasn't even trying, I'm still buying, another 100 cap playing, I ain't lying, I'm still buying, I just spent another 50 on the play and I wasn't even trying.
And now a word from our sponsors.
If you're still buying like me, then you should be using the Make Profit app, a calculator for hustlers that makes it really easy to focus on the money and not the math, so you can have a profitable day. Available on Apple App Stores and Google Play.
Too many people getting paid this way. I know a 17-year-old who got 6 figures today. I got this red bone, she cut off her niggas today. I'm talking about got hella mad, cut off her niggas today. Now I ain't got nothing to do with people stealing, okay? Who would've known to have more in it than some steel anyway? Oh, you ain't know about precious metals, what's the deal? Or you say, well, it depends on who you callin', what's the price that they pay. Now calling me would be the best anyway. I done gave more cash out to people than the bank's normal day. I'm taking more shots, I don't miss, I'm like a Steph with the J. You in the way, I cash you out, it's best that I pay.
I'm really sorry. Yeah. Well, hey, I'm really sorry too.
I'm still buying, another 100 cap playing, I ain't lying, I'm still buying, I just spent another 50 on the play and I wasn't even trying, I'm still buying, another 100 cap playing, I ain't lying, I'm still buying, I just spent another 50 on the play and I wasn't even trying.
Rick, have you ever heard the expression, the customer is always right? Yeah, well, here I am.
Oh, yeah. That was my motherfucking homie King Jordan with his new joint, I'm Still Buying. Check out the official video on YouTube. The link will be below in video description with all of the other information that you need that I'm trying to help you out with. Even though I know most of you motherfuckers don't read. You don't read books, so I know you don't read the video descriptions. But do your nigga a favor. Hit the motherfucking like button. Remember, it's like wiping your feet before you go into somebody's house. It's just something respectful that you do. Anyway, welcome back. I know y'all motherfuckers missed us on Monday. I wasn't feeling well, and I kind of canceled the show before we was about to go live. My apologies. I feel a lot better now. Since I was in the 5th grade, which is the very first time I ever had a migraine in my life. Not exactly sure what caused it, but since I've been in 5th grade, or since the 5th grade, I have been having migraines off and on infrequently. So maybe I have them once a year, or less than a handful of times during the year. But I don't know if you've ever been through anything like that or know anybody who suffered from it, but a migraine is quite debilitating. Anyway, welcome to Fuck Back Tone. I miss you, nigga. I'm giving you a virtual hug right now, but I just want to let you motherfuckers know. And welcome back to you too, Ro. I miss you niggas. I just want you to know that we fitting to get canceled tonight because we get ready to talk about all kinds of shit that people don't want to talk about and don't want to hear. We go ruffle some motherfucking feathers because that's what this show is about. That's why it's called Elephant in the Room, because we discuss the hard topics that motherfuckers just don't want to talk about. So
the real elephant in the room is that most of these dudes know what migraines is because their wife get them every night they ask for sex.
Damn.
Baby, let me get some of that pussy. I got a migraine.
Oh, migraines again! Damn!
I'll tell you what
hurt.
I'll tell you what else gives niggas migraines is having to deal with these motherfucking white people. Specifically, these white people called Jews. But before we get into any discussion about the Jews, because we ain't ready to get canceled just yet, we're going to check out some words from our sister, Monique, and our brother, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Pay attention.
Well, right is acting up. Click the damn shit.
Yeah, like a motherfucker. Yeah, that's how niggas is, man. When they come to talk about white people, niggas get real quiet.
No, I'm waiting on you to press play. You said pay attention. You can't even
Exactly. I'm waiting for you.
Playing the game means if I should bend you over and rape you, you know not to talk because I can ruin your career. If I should put my penis in your mouth, you to talk because I can ruin your career. If I want you to be a slave and work for free, you know not to talk because I can ruin your career.
You think these artists that make all this money are free men and women? Devils from a plantation. All your
Okay, we might get canceled in the next 5 motherfucking minutes. Nigga, goddamn, they don't even want to let the video play. Like, for real, what in the Sam hell is going on here? Ro, Tone, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay.
Shit, look like you already canceled it. They started with your Wi-Fi.
Yo, wow. Well, how about that?
You think you're top, but you're really the bottom.
Yeah, I guess we just gonna have to revert to spoken word. I will be damned. See, that's how it is with white folks. Me personally, I be suspicious of shit like that because I know who the fuck is in charge. And apparently, all these niggas know who in charge too. Cause see, here's what I find ironic about the Kanye West and Kyrie Irving situation, right? And I keep saying this shit, but motherfuckers don't want to acknowledge it. Niggas know who in charge. And the fact that Kyrie Irving and Kanye West are being treated like they are by the people in power, right? Who they speak about specifically. Salute to you, Affy. I see you out there. It's evidence that niggas know who really in charge, in my opinion. I don't know what you guys think.
It's definitely a lot of fishy shit going on right now. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Definitely some shit that people should start looking more into. Like, why is this? Like, for starters, why is it that I could go on television and say white people are the devil? White people done this, white people do that. But once you name a certain group, everybody get quiet. That's kind of weird, man.
Even when it comes to talking about white people in general, because the truth be told, Jews are white people.
Right.
Because when the people who we commonly refer to as Jews are white Ashkenazis. And what gets me about us is several things, but we get real emotional, right? The people who say they Hebrews, Hebrew Israelites, whatever the fuck you want to call them, from the Holy Land, the people of the Bible, the Canaanites, whatever the fuck you want to call them, or whatever they choose to call themselves. One thing that they do wrong, of all of the things that they do wrong, is they respond emotionally. They rather argue back and forth with these white Jews about who's the real Jews. And I'm like, who the fuck really cares? How is you proving that you the real Jews gonna change your situation right now?
Exactly.
And it's not. Even if the Ashkenazi Jews say, okay, y'all the real Jews, what's gonna change? Absolutely
That's
nothing.
right.
No, those people will still own. Those people will still own all these corporations that we work for and that we patronize.
Right.
But nobody wants to admit that.
Right.
And that's
also
one of the
they don't want to
problems.
admit that they're not even down to do all the stuff that would require them to be classified under that.
No doubt.
The
No
people
doubt.
who argue it the most typically don't even follow it. The people who follow it are just like, all right, we're gonna find out when it's all over. When I die doing what I'm supposed to do, and you die doing what you're supposed to do, we're gonna find out at the end, right?
No doubt.
The ones who truly believe.
What you think, bro? Because I'm interested in hearing what you got to say, especially because you probably gonna make a joke out of this shit.
Nah, it's just like that's this whole situation with like Kanye and Kyrie and shit. It just let me know like what is really being rich though. I always be talking about money and minimalism. Like if you're a nigga, are you ever really rich? You know what I'm saying? Because if you just don't say what they want you to say or do what they want you to do, they can just snatch everything that you own. Like, so
just
are you
proved it.
ever really in control of your life? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Ain't that what I said? Ain't that what I said to you before? When it comes to money specifically, that niggas can say what the fuck they want to. Niggas could be like, yo, I'm passporting this, save yourself, black man, this and that, and all of the shit that we say. But at the end of the day, the motherfucker who control your money control you through the money. But
yeah,
niggas are not honest with themselves about this. And
they don't
Kanye
care.
West,
That's the thing. They don't care. They rich.
that
Like
that
they
too.
quote unquote rich. They don't give a fuck, man. They got nice houses, nice
No,
cars.
no,
They
no. I'm
fucking
talking
bad
about.
bitches.
I'm
All
not
that.
even talking. I'm not even talking about the black people with money. I'm talking about regular niggas.
But they don't shit. They don't
But
care
that's
either.
because they don't know. No, I say they don't know. I say they don't know because like they don't. It's a whole. Have you heard of like the known unknowns and unknown unknowns? I think it's just like an unknown unknown. It's like, hey, bro, what you fail to realize is, yeah, you think that money gonna change everything because you don't have it to see that it don't. So you don't know what comes with it.
Yeah, and I be thinking about that shit too, because I be looking at their lives, because when you growing up, you aspire to be like, you want to be rich, you want to have a lot of money. And I'm not saying people should stop trying to get money, do whatever you got to do for your family and whatever you want to do out of this life. But at the same time, it's just
Why?
why, you know what I'm saying? Like, why do we want to be rich so bad? Let's be real. We gonna get rich and we gonna give all our money back to them people.
Exactly.
You get rich, you get all this money, get out here hustled, and the first thing you do is you go buy their cars, you go to the Gucci store, you go get the money right back. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like, what's really wealth? That's why you just got to connect with the Most High. Whatever you believe in, connect with that shit, and fuck all this earthly, worldly shit that we got going on. Just connect with that, and know all you need is food and water and shelter, and that's it. Like, stop trying to like fit
I'm
in with
glad.
them. Just go be. Just go be a human and survive every day, nigga. That's your only job, nigga. A Gucci coat don't mean a goddamn motherfucking thing. It don't mean nothing, nigga, because you can go get a coat at the Goodwill or fucking Walmart or wherever and keep yourself warm. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, I'm glad that you brought up the Most High, nigga, because I just smoked before the show, and right now I am the Most High, nigga.
No, you are not, my friend. I've been smoking all day, my good time.
Nigga, see, this is why we ain't
I was playing dominoes with Jesus this morning. We just had this conversation.
Niggas play too much. See, this is what I'm talking about. Right?
This nigga is Jesus' part-time bodyguard, nigga.
Hell yeah.
You niggas is funny as hell, man. But I've been, the reason why I brought that up is because I've been going in, like I do when it comes to religious people, because I understand why people cleave to religion. They need some kind of explanation for why things are. You understand what I'm saying? And the easiest explanation is to blame it on God, because I mean, it's no ways you could ever hold God accountable. You understand what I'm saying? But I understand the need for religion, and I think that it's tragic that we, specifically Black people in the United States, because we have been not only robbed of our identity, our identities have been hidden. We've been genetically mixed with, people who don't have our best interests at heart. But in the same breath, I also understand that religion has been a very big hindrance to Black people. Like I pointed out earlier, one of the problems I have with the Hebrew Israelite Black people, the so-called Black Jews, is that why are you even wasting your fucking time arguing with a group of people who you saying are not who the fuck they claim they are? It's like Kanye West arguing with somebody who looks like Kanye West about who the fuck is the real Kanye West. You understand what I'm saying? It's nonsensical. It's a waste of time. And then not only that, but you arguing over something that obviously white folks have already taken from you quite some time ago and now are fully in charge of.
But that's like the same thing as them niggas that be arguing if the earth is flat or not. Like, okay, so what happens when you prove it's flat or not? Like, what happens? Like, that's I don't know. To me, that's a dumbass argument. I mean, I don't know what is or it's not. I don't give a fuck, like, because it don't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? We sit up in here for an hour and argue about if the earth is flat or round or whatever, then what? Then when we figure it out, that nigga that go to the end of the earth and figure it out, he be like, yeah, I told you so. Then he go right back to his life, not doing shit.
Yeah.
It don't fucking
And one
matter.
time I was right.
Argue about that dumb shit.
And I was right the other day, man.
Yeah, man.
We related. We almost shot each other, you know what I'm saying? But I was right. I told you.
We made it
to the end of the earth, nigga. You ain't do that.
I went to the end of the earth. with my ice skates, and I made it all the way to the Arctic Wall, and I skated 365 degrees around the circumference. Man, I tell you, man, people
Say, read it and weep, nigga.
I tell you, man, the chief problem that I have with it is, you know, because most people don't look at it the way that I look at it, and you know, that's not a good or a bad thing. It's just a thing. But I think it's unproductive for us as a group of people, even though we're quote unquote not monolithic. But I think it's a total waste of time to argue about some shit that's like 2,000 years in the past instead of using that same amount of energy to focus on the present and the future. Because the present is right now and the future is to come. The shit that happened in the past, you can't go back and undo it. You understand what I'm saying? The amount of effort you have to put into going back and undoing it, you know, is not cost beneficial. You understand what I mean? Like, could you imagine if a group of black people on the earth discover, oh, we're genetically descended from the ancient Egyptians. We should go kick all of those Arabs out of Egypt now and take our country back. Yeah, it's kind of too late for that, Jack. You already lost that football game. You got to move on to a new. You know, but I tend to see that that's how a lot of us think, and you know, I raised my hand because at one point in time I was guilty of thinking the same way. Opinions?
You know, like, you know, there are people that, like, you know, control the world, whatever, but I just, you know, like I tell you all the time, I just narrow my shit down. Can I get what I need to survive out this motherfucker? If I can, then cool. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we got to spend more time. Like, here's what I really feel. I feel like them people is up in the penthouse, they penthouse suites, and they just laughing because you sent a cryptic tweet and you think you think you're doing something. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, some information is good, but I think they really be up there like, they're never gonna take action. Don't worry about it, fellas. Like, they never gonna do shit. Like, you know, they knew the other athletes wasn't, even if Kyrie is right. I don't know if he right or wrong. I don't really follow none of that shit real deep like that anyway. But everybody should have their own opinion. But you know, them other athletes, they knew them other athletes wasn't really gonna stand behind them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was like, whatever. Like, it's just one. Now, if all of them do it, then we have a problem. But they know all of them ain't gonna do it. So.
Well, that's the funny part, because recently a lot of them decided to stand behind him and say all that shit was fucked up, and now they about to get rid of his suspension. The funny thing is,
for sure, I didn't keep up with that.
but like you said, they was like, oh shoot, more of them. Let's chill. Mm-hmm. But it's crazy because like everybody keeps saying he wrong or right when all the motherfucker did was share a tweet.
Right.
Like,
it's his opinion.
That's the craziest part. But like, that's not even an opinion though. Like, it's only like, so like, if you sent me a video, right, and I sent the video and I shared the video because I thought it was funny or interesting, that's not my opinion. I just shared it. It's honestly shared to get others' opinion. Like, oh, y'all probably find this funny, or oh, you might find this interesting.
Got you.
And that's kind of what he did, and they tried to shame him out of it. It's funny because the name of it is from Hebrew to Negro. So it's kind of odd that you would be so pissed about this video and it being up. Like, if it's not, like, if I put out a video that was bullshit and it was a big falsehood and you could just prove it was false instantly, you would just be like, whatever, he posted this dumb shit. Just like when you did the flat earth thing, you wouldn't care. But it's odd that you get this upset about it, and they don't even talk about the name of the video. They just keep saying this movie, but they never say the name of the movie. And when you hear that, you like, whoa, that's kind of odd that you would downplay a movie named that, especially knowing that he come from a race of people that don't particularly know where the hell they really come from. It's so many different theories out there him sharing that video would not change anybody's opinion. Honestly, most of the stuff that's probably in that movie is stuff most black people already felt anyway, but don't feel it enough to do nothing about, but just like, yeah, that's probably where we came from. Because at the end of the day, we don't know. And to be honest with you, we would never find out. Somebody could come tell us the truth right now, and we wouldn't even be sure that's the truth because everything is so jumbled up. But why did you specifically hop on that? That's weird. Just like how you said, like how black, Hebrew Israel, black Israelite dudes be trying to be like they respond emotionally. It's odd because they're doing the same thing. Because at the end of the day, if it wasn't like, look at all these Illuminati videos they get put out all the time. Oh, this person Illuminati, that person Illuminati, this is Illuminati symbol. This person did this. They don't never stop. None of that. None of that stuff get like, hey, this should be canceled. This should be banned. Why is this up? But the minute you post something like that, they own it, and that is very weird.
Well, if you don't understand racism, white supremacy, because they're the same thing, and what it is and how it works, everything else you think you understand will only confuse you. Salute to Mr. Fuller for giving me that life-saving information, because I have found that it is true. Something else that I find that these Hebrew Israelite folks they don't do, which will really put these white Jews, on the run, is not only do they respond emotionally, but they don't ask the correct questions, right? So, for example, we doing this video now, and if the Jewish folks were to decide to come at me and say and accuse me or any one of us, and I would step up first to answer for the three of us, although the two of you can answer for yourself. But because I am this is my channel, you know what I'm saying? I would respond by asking them, well, what is a Semite? What exactly does it mean to be anti-Semitic? You understand what I'm saying? Because I understand how this race thing works. And I mean, as far as I understand, and I keep saying it, to be a Jew has absolutely nothing to do with your race. It's a religious classification. It's like being a Christian or being a Muslim. Yet, there are a group of white people called Ashkenazis, and I would like to put an emphasis on the last four letters, Nazis, especially because they white, have and are practicing racism by accusing a non-white person of being anti-Semitic based on what the word Semite means, which basically means to be a non-white person. So just like as a non-white person, you don't have the ability to be a white supremacist. As a non-white person, you also don't have the ability to be anti-Semitic. Because by definition, a Semitic person is a non-white person. And this is one of the mistakes that, in my opinion, these folks make when they having a back and forth with, the ADL and all these other organizations that these Jewish people got, as different lines of defense, when they feel like they want to put the niggas back in their place.
Right.
But
it's funny because, like you say, they won't have the conversation. Like, okay, Kanye felt the way he felt. Explain to him why what he's saying is incorrect. They never say that. They just jump. It's just like when you talking to like a chick, and she just get to throw a misogynist. Oh, you don't like this gay. Oh, this you hate your mama. Oh, you know what I mean? Like it's never the back and forth like conversation. Like why is no one decided? Well, I'm not asking like I don't know the answer. But why has no one decided to say, hey, let's have a dialogue about this? Because obviously this person isn't the only person that feels this way or believes this belief. Also, you never know. You notice they don't hit nobody with the fact check shit either, because why wouldn't you? Like this would be the perfect thing to hit a fact check on. Hey, this is false. But you won't do that because you either A, have no proof, or B, is cap, which B, it would be both. So you leave the question to ask, like, why are you so like distant about it all of a sudden? It's kind of weird because you quickly explain everything else. You swore you knew everything about the little the pandemic shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, you swear you knew everything about everything going on, but now with that, it's like, hey, you're just wrong, and let's leave it at that. That's weird.
Yeah, again, that's how white supremacy works, and we seeing it in real time, and it's being directly directed at and used against the persons who we know as Kanye West or Ye and Kyrie Irving. But I'm going to try again to play this video to see if they don't stop it again and try to cancel us.
Stand 10, 15 feet away from your computer in case they blow your shit up, man. Hit the click.
Oh boy, they do not want me to play that shit. They don't want me to play that right there, boy.
Escape.
Yeah,
try
we
closing
probably,
it out and bringing it back up.
I did
I want to
that 3
see this
times
now.
already. We're about 25% canceled, nigga.
Click your
right
Timbos
now.
3 times.
So we go move along to the second topic of the evening, and that's to do with these niggas. And recently, the homie, I don't know if you guys are familiar with him on Instagram, Red Pill Rican. Are you familiar with him?
Yeah.
Okay, well, he had a post up recently, and I reposted it in my story. And it's actually a post from another Instagrammer by the name of Better Self Pill. I'm not familiar with him, but I do agree with the post. And the post says, men, the problem of the world is not women. The problem of the world is weak men. Men are the gatekeepers of society, and if men become weak, the society is ruined. Refuse to be a weak man. I agree with that. Now, Red Pill Rican's caption to this post is, women do what men allow. Behind every so-called movement and every act of fuckery they've been doing, there is an army of Captain Saberholes behind them in support who make it happen and or save them instead of talking sense into them or telling them no. Now, I'm not saying that Red Pill Rican is jacking anything I've said. I'm not saying that Better Self Pill is jacking anything I said, or vice versa. But I find it highly ironic that 3 different dudes who don't interact with each other or have frequent regular dialogue have come to the same conclusion. Is it something wrong with us? Or is it something wrong with these fucking dudes out here when it comes to these women? What's your opinion?
Both of them. But no, it's the dudes, because like, I mean, we've had this conversation before, man. Most guys just don't get the fact that, like, once you open the door to say, like, let's say like a girl be like, you can't go out. We're not going out unless you take me on a $200 date. The first time she get a guy to do it, in her mind, it can be done. And now it's a mandatory thing because it's happened before. Why can't it happen again? Like obviously, like with our our logic, we know like she probably ran into one dude like that. But the crazy part is they're not just running into one guy like that. Like you could run into one guy like that, and then she run into the next 5 who say you crazy, and she be like, okay, that was just that one weak dude. But when you got multiples that'll sit there and do it just because, and she just be like, oh, so what else can I get? I can get this, I can get that. Why would she mess with anybody that's not gonna give her all of that if she believe in her mind that she can get all of this out of anybody? And then you gonna run into the problem because you gonna do either some of that or a piece of that, and she gonna be like, oh, see, another sucker. And now she gonna try to get more and more out of you to the point where you be like, I hate all bitches now.
Yeah, I mean, shit, man. Sadly enough, this is why I don't even, we chop it up about this shit, but I really be on some like ain't no hope for these niggas. Cause guess what? As long as she like gives them, she ain't even gotta give them the pussy. They just gotta give them hope that they might get the pussy. These niggas don't care. They don't care about being used, man. Like you sit up here and make 10,000 posts every day. Like these dudes do not care. They just like shit. I got that pussy. I don't care. Yeah, she made me do this, but shit, I got that pussy though. Even if the
She
pussy
let
is
me sniff it. She let
half-assed,
me
they
sniff
don't
it
care.
yesterday.
They don't care
She
if
let
it's
me sniff.
half-assed. They don't care. They gonna still go out here and they gonna do that shit. They gonna man, you cannot stop this shit. You cannot stop. It's never gonna stop. There's a reason why they said selling pussy was the first profession. You think that shit ever gonna stop, nigga? That's how women damn near survived the earth, nigga. Like that's how they
Bro, they did
survive, by
a
manipulation with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Otherwise, if they'd use that, we'd probably be on some crazy shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how they get ahead, nigga. That's how they get it, how they live. That's their money. Like the beauty in their vagina, that's their money, nigga.
it's a type of gorillas. I forget what they call it, but they move by like a matriarchal type of thing where the women are in charge, and the way that they like, so like how when the dudes it would be like a fight over like they would fight over an area.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, this is my turf, that's my turf. But the way the chicks would do is even with another female leader, they would have sex and they would all like that's their like peace thing. That's how they like exchange with each other.
Okay.
So like if it's like they got like a thing with another or like a dude one, they're like, hey, here's peace, here's some pussy. You good? We good. Let's go. If it was another chick, same thing. I mean, female monkey is the same thing. And they good. So I mean, you order something with what you say.
Oh, indeed. Ro is always on to some shit all the motherfucking time.
Not all the time.
And I just to me, man, to
Can't get
me,
on top of the refrigerator.
Hey man, hold up, man. See, we was doing good, fellas. We was doing good. I quit the show. I hope cancel them niggas. Cancel them niggas. Don't cancel me. I don't fuck with these niggas.
I quit. This nigga said I quit the show.
I quit right now, nigga. Nigga, I'm Antonio Brown in this shit. I'm about to walk off.
You
I
ain't
forgot he
about to
had a
walk.
short fuse.
Nigga, you ain't about to do your Joe Butt, nigga. Rest in peace to the young man Takeoff. Unfortunately, he unfortunately came to an untimely demise. He was just buried recently, and like maybe about a week before he was shot and killed in Texas. I put a story up on my Instagram, saying that I see dead black bodies. I think I started out a broadcast like that too. And every time somebody black dies, especially when another black man dies, the way I look at it is it could have been me. And that shit don't make me feel comfortable. It makes me feel very, 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 very vulnerable. And I imagine, even though a lot of us may not admit it, like I just did, but a lot of us at some point in time feel that very same way. I mean, it's only so long. It's only so many times. Because if you pay attention, when we get killed, it's broadcast for everybody to see. But you don't see that when white people get killed or any other group of people. You don't see them laid out and put on display. You understand? It only happens with us.
It was a guy on YouTube showing videos of how he was like, he showed how like a lot of the crimes that they show black people do on TV, Asian people do at a rampant rate, Mexicans do at a rampant rate, white people, and it's like you never really see those on TV, but for some reason, and I believe it was a white guy. I'm not sure if it was a white guy showing this or a black guy, but he was showing like, bro, like there's a cast way more than like black people's a cast way more than any other race of like when they do like high, crimes that like you usually be like, oh, black guy did that, you know what I mean? But it's that feels that way because those are the only people you see doing certain crimes. Like when it's a high, like a crime like, oh, so people robbed the bank. It's probably some black guy, some white guy, and like, maybe like a couple, but mostly white people in it. That's what you would assume. But then when you hear about like a liquor store getting robbed or like some other shit, you instantly think black guy did it. But that happens just as rampant with other races as us, but we just don't, we get more, what's the word? We get more attention for our publicity.
We get more publicity, more media coverage. But that too is also a manifestation of racism. It's how racism works. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you want to trash somebody, what do? You keep showing them in a negative manner. And then you teach everybody else to treat them like that too. Which is very unfortunate because there's only one group of white people. Everybody else is non-white because black is non-white, Mexican is non-white. You know what I'm saying? Being a brown person is non-white. Being an Asian person is non-white. You understand what I'm saying? And white people are the ones who do all this classifying. But on another note, I'm not sure if you guys are in the crypto space or how much you follow it, but I am pretty sure that y'all are familiar with Tom Brady. You may be familiar with the fact that him and his wife, I think her name is Giselle, are either divorced already or there was rumors circulating around that they will get ready to end the divorce proceedings. Either one of you guys aware of this?
Yeah, I'm aware that heifer is leaving America's America's treasure behind because she's upset. He's the GOAT. Yeah, I know.
Well, what I heard is that he wanted to go back and play football, but at the time, I did not know why. And if you follow crypto and you understand, you're aware of what's happened recently, then you'll know why. Now, what a lot of people don't understand about this story, and this is a story of lessons of what not to let the bitch do. But part of the reason why Tom Brady is going back to play football is not necessarily because he wants to, but because a lot of his money was tied up in FTX, which is a crypto, international crypto trading platform where you can use a lot of leverage, which allows you to win big, but when you lose big. Anyway, not just Tom and Giselle Brady, but Shaq, Kevin O'Leary from the Shark Tank, Steph Curry, and some other notable people, celebrities, what have you. They were all tied up in FTX. They all had a lot of money up in the FTX deal, and when it went down, they all got wrecked. They all took a huge L, a huge public L, and I'm not sure if a lot of dudes are aware that this is at least in part, to a large degree, why Tom Brady is going back to play football, and also why him and Giselle are at least there's talks of them getting a divorce. The lesson is don't let some random squiggly little fat faced white boy come whisper in your girlfriend ear because he might be a pimp. and convince that bitch to spend your money on his project, and then he squandered your shit, and now you got to get a divorce because you can't trust her, and you ain't got as much money no more. So I don't know what like I said, I don't know if you guys were aware of all of these things happening, but what would be your immediate thoughts or response to what I just laid out?
Shit, man. When you I always go back to this minimalism shit. When you addicted to money and fame, shit like that gonna come with the territory. Cause think about it. He going back to play football. I'm quite sure he got something stashed in the bank, you know what I'm saying? But he going back to play football because he about to lose money, and no nigga want to lose money. Let's just keep it real. We work hard for our shit, but at the same time, he probably feel like, oh shit, man, I might be broke. Shit, I might only have 100 million in my account. Like, nigga, like most people on earth ain't never gonna ever even see that type of money. But he probably like, man, I gotta go back and play, man. I'm going to be poor, 100 million is not enough. Like what are you talking about, man? Like, you learn how to live below your means, then motherfuckers can't control you. You know what I'm saying? If you don't care about money and fame, people can't fucking control you. But when they can hit them pockets and you addicted to all that other shit, then yeah, they can get your ass.
I don't think that's what he went back for though.
I mean,
because like in a divorce, he about to win. I mean, he about to get money because she made more than him.
Oh, he lost they lost like a more than $500 million behind FTX. That's a lot of money.
That is. That's her money he lost. He Gucci.
That's a lot of money to be losing.
That's a lot of fucking money. Yeah, it's a lot of money, but I don't know.
He got a face. He could get some more money. I know that L hurt.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's about money, man. He been like he one of them players that like this whole like when he win, they like, are you gonna retire? I'm going one more year. I'm going one more year. He been doing that for the past 4 years. So I can't even say it's really about the money. I think the money
that's
might have
partly
a big part
true.
of their divorce.
That's partly true, because I've been following Tom Brady. When I was a huge football fan, I ain't gonna lie, Tom Brady was my favorite player, and here's the reason why. That nigga loved to play motherfucking football. Like, he was a 6th round draft pick. He got drafted 6th round. He was crying and shit. Like, he played just like he really loved that shit. And I love to see people like, just do shit with a passion. And if you talk about sports and you watch Tom Brady, that nigga love fucking playing football. So I know a lot of the reason is he just really wanted to play. Like, he really wanted to get back out of there. Now, I didn't know all the details that Top gave. I don't know nothing about none of that, but like that nigga do love football though, man. Like, you probably gonna have to carry him just like Kobe. That's how Kobe was. That nigga, man, Jordan, same way. Like, that nigga, he probably sad he can't play no more, man. He wish he'd go back in time and play against this nigga LeBron. Some niggas love that shit, bro.
Kobe only retired for his kid.
Yeah.
If Kobe ain't had no kids, bro, he would have played for the rest of as long as his body allowed him to play.
Yeah. Like, some niggas is like that.
Just love the sport.
Yeah, and Tom Brady, one of them,
Interesting take. Yeah, I just thought that it was interesting because, one of the issues of being a man and dealing with a woman is when women get, and this is something that pimps know. Once women get money in their hand, they get ideas. Once they get ideas and they got means, it's very difficult to tell them what to do.
Right. Especially, like I said,
these are renegades.
She came into the situation with more money than him too, so she definitely probably was on that tip. Because if I'm not mistaken, she a billionaire. If I'm not mistaken,
probably. I don't know. Maybe not no more because they lost a shitload of money.
No. She lost a shitload. She lost a shitload. Brady don't take L, sir.
You shot out, nigga.
It's two people I'm like that about, Kobe and Brady, man. You can't say nothing bad about neither one of them.
We gonna try again to see if we can't play this video before we get out of this motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm good,
Because,
man.
I
You
mean,
trying to get me sniped, nigga? They on they watching us right now, man.
nah,
You
wait a
good,
minute.
G. They trying
Hold
to see
up.
dollar signs. God damn.
It's a whole nother video, nigga. It's a whole other video. It's a whole
No,
other
I want to see
video.
the other video. We should not be silenced, nigga. I want to see the other video.
Yeah, I agree. We should not be silenced, but you know the powers that be, the Illuminati, you know, they put a stop to all this shit. But now this is another issue that I have addressed. You know, shit way back as far back as 2019, and you know, like I was saying earlier, about you know the consensus not being what it should be, that being that ultimately men are the problem, and it's because women can only do what men allow, and it's unfortunate, but at the present moment the men that who are in charge are weak men, and this is how women are able to get away with and be incentivized to do the things that we currently see them doing, that you hear a lot of guys complaining about. But let's get to this right quick because I think it's important, especially because I'm not the only person who has made this statement, and this is the evidence of that. Salute to the homie Alpha Villains. Let's see if I can get this motherfucker to play.
Earth are women dominating a male space. Some of the women aren't even on the camera. Some women that are dominating the space aren't the easiest on the eyes, right? It's no disrespect. So why are men listening to women talk about male issues?
Now, I don't know about you guys, but like I said, I've addressed what Alpha Villains was just alluding to as far back as 2019 when I first came on Instagram. It was one of the very first Instagram videos that I ever recorded and posted, and it's long since been deleted because you know, I wasn't satisfied with the video quality. Instead of just leaving it up there for the sake of the message, but it's something that I've noticed, you know, for quite some time, and I've been speaking on it for quite some time, and that is for us as men, it's entirely counterproductive to be addressing our problems as men in regards to whatever, in particular and specifically in regards to women publicly, where women have the ability to consume it and to counter it. And you know, of course, I'm nobody, you know, and so therefore, a lot of the things I say, if it falls mostly on deaf, you know, deaf ears of those who have little to no understanding, in my opinion, anyway. But there are those who do hear and recognize the truth and wisdom in the things that I say, when I do say things that are true and wise. I don't know what you two guys' opinions are in regards to what Alpha Villains had to say and what I'm alluding to also, but I've long since pointed out that this is a huge problem in the quote unquote red pill manosphere or male space. And that is that exactly like you know, I pointed out in the post from Red Pill Rican, the problem is not men. I mean, not women. It's weak men. It's men who publicly, you know, let women consume our gripes, you know, and it's weak men who assist and prop up the efforts of women to be on par with men. And as long as, you know, that's the status quo, then I can't see guys ever coming to any resolution except to do what they do, you know, which is run away from the problem. Because you wouldn't be having to save yourself, black man, you know, if you address that the problem is, you know, other men, which is what I keep saying. What you guys think? Yeah, I don't know. You tell me.
I think the problem is a lot of dudes don't really understand how it's a logic thing. Like logically, you would think who would know a gazelle better than a gazelle. But the problem is that's kind of it's a paradox. Cause like it's sometimes, especially for, you know, not to speak for, but fuck it, especially for women, they don't. A lot of their stuff isn't introspective on themselves, as in like learning themselves. It's more like watching what happens and taking that as a reflection of who they are, for instance. But not really taking the time to sit and say, "Hey, this is me. This is why I behave this way." And so to hear one that seemed like they doing that kind of make dudes think like, "Oh, I should listen to this person." And that's not to say that all of them are giving bad information, but if you start listening to all of them, you're going to easily get pushed right back into the same mentality you just broke yourself away from by paying attention to at least the correct or red pill information that's actually accurate. You kind of putting yourself right back into the position to be swooped back into being, you know, a sucker. Because you think you're doing stuff, because now you convinced that, oh, so a man does this, and when a man does this, a girl acts this way. Just like you thought a man saves a woman being protected by a dragon. You don't even know this chick, but you're going to save her because she a princess being saved by being. What if you do all this shit to fight this dragon, lose a leg or something like that, and the pussy is trash? You going to be upset.
Shit, on the low, the way I look at it, shit, I think chicks would be more successful talking to dudes in the red pill space and in the manosphere space than they ever will be on OnlyFans. But
yeah,
then again, you got chicks out there that's making big dough on OnlyFans. So I mean, this is just a hypothetical thought, you know. But my issue with it is you can't all in one breath complain about how women behave and, you know, all your gripes about them and that, and then turn right around and welcome women into the space because they saying basically they massaging your ego by saying what you want to hear. When in reality, how do you know that you could trust these women any more than you could trust any other woman?
You know why, man? I'm about to give it to you straight forward, nigga.
Oh shit! It's always these feisty little short niggas.
Yeah, I'm tired of this shit, man. Why are we dragging this shit along? Top, nobody want to look at you, ugly ass nigga. They want to look at the woman face. They want to see her. They want to hear her soft voice. They don't want to hear you roasting them, calling them all kind of shit, nigga. They want to they want to hear the beautiful woman say what they want to hear, boy.
And you ain't never lied either, nigga. So basically, to let me.
You need to start wearing makeup, nigga.
Exactly.
You need to start wearing makeup, nigga.
Crazy as hell, nigga. We need to hire Jamie Foxx and Martin Lawrence, and they let them niggas dress up as business. But but let me remix what Ro just said. You niggas is some tricks, and you will trick in any way, form, or fashion possible that's presented to you. Because I mean, in my mind, it's a form of tricking. In my mind,
yeah, because I promise you, they're gonna be in her DMs like, "You changed my life. I wish I could meet a girl like you in person. In fact, I would love to." You know what I mean? Like it's gonna turn into them thinking that they can fuck her, and that's crazy that you wouldn't even allow yourself to think that.
And like finally a woman is saying what we've been saying, like, and
It
trust,
feel good,
I'll be
and
looking
they
at,
not.
She's on our side.
And they not like how top of us are saying, "Hey, bro, you acting like a real bitch right now." They not gonna tell you that. They ain't gonna say, "Hey, bro, you know what I mean?" And that's honestly what a dude need to hear. Because when you get it sugar coated, you don't understand the how serious what is being said is. Like if they say like, "Hey, guys need to just stop, doing all this extra stuff for a girl sometimes, allow her to do some stuff," versus like, "Hey, bro, you being a motherfucking sucker right now, and you really need to motherfucking tighten up." They gonna hear like, "Okay, you know what? I am doing something completely wrong, and I need to change it." But when you saying it like, "Hey, you need to stop doing this," they're like, "You know what? Next time she asks me to open her door, I'm not gonna do it." And you think that's gonna change your problem, but you don't realize the intensity of like the position you put yourself in until a dude is like, "Hey, bro, you look like a dumbass right now. Do you know that?" And then you have to sit there and be like, "Why he say that?" And when you realize it, you're like, "Damn, I'm a dumbass." And it allow you to either A, accept the fact that you're a dumbass, or B, smarten up.
And that
But when
goes
you,
back. Oh, go ahead. My bad. I was about to cut
I
you
was
off.
gonna say,
My
I
bad.
was gonna say, and I'll let you go. But it's the same thing with church. You do all this sinning 6 days out the week, and Sunday the pastor tell you God's gonna forgive you for all the nasty trifling shit you did on Saturday. All you gotta do is drop some money in this plate. And you feel good, and you feel like, you know what? I'm going to heaven now. Because I said a couple prayers in church, dipped my face in the pool, got me, you know what I mean? Like I didn't drink wine, ate crackers. I'm goofy.
I prayed to Yahweh. I didn't violate the Sabbath.
Right. I showed up. I showed up.
Go ahead, Ro.
But that'll go back to like, I'll give you personal experience. Like that's why niggas like they mama more than they like their daddy. Cause you go talk to mama go sugarcoat, it's okay. Like, nah. You go to daddy gonna whoop your ass. Like, what the fuck? That shit ain't okay. Like, what the hell you doing? Like, oh, don't tell my daddy. Tell my mama, like, she might yell at me just a little bit, but she ain't gonna go too hard. But dad, pops, oh, that nigga about to go in on you. You don't want to hear pops talking about that shit. That's why niggas like they mama more than they like they daddy. Because at least when you're younger, like I respect it now that I'm an older, grown ass man. I'm like, oh shit, my pops was on to something. But when I was a young nigga, hell no, nigga, I'm going to
You know
mama.
why?
I'm going to mama.
Because
Hell no, I ain't going to my pops for this shit. Fuck that.
because as an adult, your decisions came with immediate repercussions versus as a child, your parents was there to save you from it. The worst you could possibly get was an ass whooping. But in actual life, you make these decisions, you homeless. You make these decisions, you got to find a new job. You make these decisions, you got to work overtime. You know what I mean? Like you lose immediately, and you be like, damn, that's what he was talking about. And all I was mad about was getting smacked the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like when he's literally trying to associate, and that's the problem I was gonna say earlier, is a lot of black people don't look at why you do the certain shit you do. When you ask somebody why you whoop your kid, because that's what my mama whooped my kid, but you don't understand whoop me, so I'm gonna whoop my kid. But that's not what it really was about. A lot of time, I mean, and granted, most people don't know this because nobody puts this much thought into themselves and why they do what they do. But a lot of humans associate certain things with trauma. If you did something and you got your ass whooped for doing it, you gonna remember that ass whooping. If it was a well whooped ass, you gonna remember that ass whooping, and you like, I'm not gonna do that. And eventually,
not a well whooped ass nigga.
Yeah, it's gotta be a well whooped ass, brother. It's a difference. There's a difference. Ask my friends on drugs. What's the difference? They'll tell you it's prison and rehab. That's the difference.
Yeah, you shut the fuck out, man. Ask my friends drugs.
Hey man, I'm just saying, crackheads need friends too.
But hey, but it's crazy though. Like when we talking about this shit, like you see these female content creators. I ain't gonna say no names, but they be getting 100,000 subscribers. Like nigga, fast. Like you know what I'm saying. There's one of them that's gonna hit 1 million. And if you look at their verbiage, they literally say the exact same thing that
Same
all the
shit.
male content creators say. Like, cause if you hear somebody say, get on your purpose, usually you heard like AMS say that, or Country Wayne way back in the day or some shit. And you hear these females say, oh, get on your purpose. They got that from a dude that's in the quote unquote manosphere. They recite the exact
But
same
the,
shit, and they
Hey,
just
the
blow
bro,
up
problem,
bro,
off of it. And it's
bro.
good content creators that don't got damn near no followers. You know what I'm saying?
Saying
But
the
if
same
they,
shit. But bro,
but they make
how
it about the
how
bitches
many
instead of about the men.
how
Mhm.
many times have I said to niggas that, and you heard me say it, that these women, every goddamn thing they got, everything came from a man. Everything. Even your content, bitch. But
Even they ribs.
it ain't,
I
it
dig
ain't,
into
it
them every
ain't,
chance I get.
it ain't no hate. It ain't no shade. It's nothing like that. The reason
nah, not at
why,
all.
I bring it up is because women have infiltrated another male space with the help of males. Let's not lose focus of that on that now. There are a lot of males who can't get into this space and be successful now. On top of the hate that you got from the males that's in this space, that's got some amount of success in it. It's
Right.
like I said before, it's like guys are not really are not really on the internet to help guys. And neither is these females. And I don't think that most of these guys have figured that out yet.
Yeah, and
But
it's cool.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
It's cool to like get on here and share your experiences for the ladies. Like you said, it ain't no hate type shit, but they just be copying just the exact same words. You know what I'm saying? Like if you a woman and you got content, like just talk. You married, for example, talk about how to be a good wife. Make that your channel. You know what I'm saying? Like just be strictly that. Like this is what I do for my man. This is what I do. This is for what I do. This is for what I do.
I
But
think they should just
you,
teach women.
yeah,
Why
yeah,
not just
but
focus
They
on
just they just
because even
women just want to do what we do because we so fucking cool. That's all. They
yeah,
just
they
want to
just
be
want to be
like
a part.
us. They
I
want to
see that shit.
belong to something. You know what I'm saying? And women know that they can't talk to other women because they know the bitches is crazy and they hard headed and don't listen.
yeah.
I see this shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like you pick up, I be picking up a girl. She be with 3, 4 dudes. Like girls love hanging out with niggas because we the fun species. You know what I'm saying? Like we go out, we can make goddamn anything fun. Women would much prefer hanging out with dudes than other females because life is not complicated when you hang out with us. It's simple and we gonna have a good goddamn time. Even if we just sitting outside on the porch, like they gonna want to be a part of that because it's gonna be drama involved when you like get a whole bunch of women in the room. You know what I'm saying? They want to, like you said, they want to be like us. They want to hang with us. They want to be a part of the club. They want to dress like us. Y'all notice that now? Girls dress like niggas
Right.
now. They wear the Jordans. They wear the Letterman jackets. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying some of them don't be looking good in it. They be looking good, but like they just trying to do everything like niggas. They even listen to our music. It used to be the niggas, we bumping the
Look at the
hardcore
female
shit. The
rappers, bro.
women R&B. Now,
Man,
nigga, they listening
they
to
got a
harder rap than you,
motherfucking
nigga.
they
The
got a
female
little
rap, bro.
skinny they got a little skinny big head bitch rapper named Glorilla Pimp. Boy, I know them peas out there is any of them whoever paid attention. Look, like these motherfuckers is crazy out here.
Yeah.
How is this bitch a pimp? But nonetheless, man, we've been here over a little bit over an hour. I do gotta get up early in the morning to go to work. So let's give everybody our final thoughts. And we'll be right back tomorrow, motherfuckers. Same bad time, same bad channel. That's right. We doubling up because I was sick last week and I had to take a staycation. Stay my ass in the motherfucking bed so I got over that goddamn migraine. Ro, you go first this time.
Shit, damn, we didn't talk to. We see like we talked about 5 subjects, but I'm doing my comedy shit. Follow me at MadassRo on Instagram. I got some funny shit. Y'all gotta check me out. You know, telling jokes and shit. Some shit gonna be serious. Some shit not gonna be serious. Just fucking around with the fuck around on there. So follow me there and just worry about what you got going on. Stop being so worried about what's going on around you and focus on what you can control that's right in front of you. Don't be stressing out. And fuck, who gives a fuck if the world is flat, round, square? Nobody gives a fuck, nigga. Make sure your kids got something to eat, nigga. You over here arguing, your kids ain't even got nothing to eat, nigga. You over here, go get a job, nigga. You could have worked 3-4 hours, nigga. You spent 4 hours arguing with a nigga on the internet. That could have been 4 hours of money, so your kids ain't starving, nigga. They tired of eating top ramen, nigga. Go feed your goddamn kids, nigga.
I know, just like Jay Electronica said, stop rapping, nigga. Go get a job. But salute to you, Ro. I certainly appreciate it. And make sure, Corona is fake. We know it ain't real. Make sure when you fuck with my nigga, Ro, you give him 6 feet because the nigga breath stink. This nigga's a miniature fire breathing dragon out this bitch.
Hey, man, that's why I gotta kiss her through the phone like Soulja Boy said.
He will roast you. Guaranteed. Let him know a little something, Tom.
Shit, you already know you can follow me on Instagram at Tone You a Fool. I actually got a show coming up November 23rd at Stand Up Live in Phoenix. You can fuck with me. And as far as the subject, man, I will dabble a little more into the whole females being in the red pill space. Like, I'm not super like, oh, red pill this, red pill that. But I will say, like how he said, like the purpose thing. The problem with a lot of times when they teach purpose and when dudes teach you go for your purpose type of thing, when they teach you it's about your purpose in order to make yourself more valuable to women. But when most dudes, at least the dudes that's like real about what they saying, they tell you to go on your purpose so you become a genuinely happier person. And when you become a happier person, you tend to surround yourself with people that only add to the happiness that you have already. And that's going to solve your problem vicariously through what you already doing. But when you start like, oh yeah, my purpose is going to be this, so I can put myself in position to get more bitches, you're going to end up A, doing something you don't really enjoy, and B, not happy enough to where you still attracting people, not because you happy and you want people to add to your happiness, but because you're not happy and you searching for happiness in a bitch who probably ain't happy either, because she's searching for happiness in a pimp, and you ain't one of those.
I know that's right, for sure. And with that, I like to say, don't forget, follow me too on Instagram, the Incredible T.O.P. Just like my motherfucking name say. You know who it is. Come fuck with your aunt. And we're here every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes it's just me and Tone. Sometimes it's just me and Ro. Sometimes you get a show with all 3 of the bros. And tonight was one of those shows. I wanted to do this because, again, I was out earlier, last week rather, and I don't like to leave y'all hanging for so long because I know y'all motherfuckers don't be thinking that much is obvious. Until next motherfucking time, which again is tomorrow, our normal Monday night show at 9 p.m. Don't forget, be in the place. Before you leave, hit the motherfucking like button. Leave a comment. I appreciate it. I will respond, nigga. I'm not bougie. But I like the bitches that's bad and bougie. And I'm going to leave y'all niggas with another hot joint from the homie, Vonnie EC. This joint right here is called Never Look Back. Nah, I might get
Vonnie EC. You don't know what it is, though. Niggas always say, you know what it is. No, you don't know shit about what the fuck I got going on, nigga. I'm just gonna let this shit speak for itself. VO, chance to separate the men from the mice. If you ain't been where I'm finna go, then fuck your advice. 7 on the come out or 11 would be nice. Bad luck is bad breath, blowing all on the dice. Can't afford first class, then your knees might need ice. Might have to book an exit row depending on your height. 10 hours plus in the air through the night. You gon' need some leg room on them international flights. Cool out, bad guy blew out. Flew in town on our own, but she never got flew out. Shit they be doing ain't nothing we never knew about. I'ma go where the grass ain't cut and make a new route. I used to love her, that white on white Cadillac. Don't mind me, I'm just reminiscing on artifacts. Nigga, my spirit absolute, take a shot for that. Cause most these niggas lack proof, missing artifacts. Gone with the wind, wings on my back. Destination on the map, I ain't never looking back. Always running around with no time to relax. Blueprint for the scratch, that's all I'm looking at. I be gone in the wind, wings on my back. Destination on the map, I ain't never looking back. Always running around with no time to relax. Blueprint for the scratch, that's all I'm looking at. Build power with diversified dollars, overlooking these cowards from a balcony on a tower. My lady friend, she is delicate as a flower. When she come about that shower, know some shit gon' get devoured. If we living life in the moment, then we should do it well. Play in the sand and let our footprints leave a trail. On my Tony Bourdain shit, but small scale. With cocktails, beans, rice, and oxtail. This shit's for life, like I ran out of strikes. While they was sleeping on me, I was plotting on the heist. Fuck a life, I like rapping about my life. Cause your bitch know I'm nice, but this brother ain't polite. I know the real from the fake and who hide under cloaks. But I detect body heat and thick smoke through my lobes. I'ma keep my blades sharp and bring light to false hope. And let the truth wrap Colombian neckties round they throat. Let's go. Gone with the wind, wings on my back. Destination on the map, I ain't never looking back. Always running around with no time to relax. Blueprint for the scratch, that's all I'm looking at. I be gone in the wind, wings on my back. Destination on the map, I ain't never looking back. Always running around with no time to relax. Blueprint for the scratch, that's all I'm looking at.